Om. Om. Om Sri Mahaganapataye Namaha. Om Sri Saraswatye Namaha. Sadashiv Samarambham Vyasa Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Vande Guru Paramparam Samasta Jana Kalyani Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahmavidvaram Sadgurum Brahmavidvaram Om Sri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha Om Sri Tapovana Sishyaya Namaha Hari Om. Now we are doing the Kathopanishad. So first let us do the Shanti Patha for Kathopanishad. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We have done up to the 8th verse of Kathopanishad. We just started 8th verse last week. I will quickly give a summary of what we covered so far, and then we go to the actual mantra. So Vajasravasa, son of Vajasrava, is doing a yajna, Vishwajit yajna, and in which he is expected to give all his possessions. As he was giving away his possessions, he has a son by name, of course, he has a son by the name Nachiketa. He was observing it. While he was seeing these presents that follow yajna were being taken by Brahmins, he got an impulse, Shraddha, and he observed these cows being given as dakshina. And some of those cows are in bad shape, bad condition, ill health. They cannot give birth to calves. They cannot give milk. They cannot drink water. They cannot eat hay. So they're in such a bad shape. When he saw that, he felt very bad. And he thought if such kind of gifts or dakshinas are given to the Ritviks, his father will actually go to the worlds where there is no happiness. The boy is only about 8 years old. So he told his husband and talked to his father, whom are you going to give me away? His intention is to serve those cows, or he also thought he is also a property of his father. So these details are not given in the Upanishad, but they essentially keeps repeating, whom are you going to give me? Whom are you going to give me? He says that 3 times. His father gets upset and he says, you go to hell. I will give you to Yamaraj. So then he thinks, my father is giving me to Yama, who is supposed to be the king of Yamaloka, Yamaraja. And what should I do now? So he actually, the commentators fill this all information, Bhagavan Shankaracharya. He actually goes to hell. They don't say how he went with the physical body or he dropped his, all these things are not given. It's a story. The purpose of this story is to give you the qualifications for Brahma Vidya, the qualifications for the student and the teacher, and also to glorify the importance of Brahma Vidya. Okay, so that is the purpose. The actual story is not as critical as the message itself. You will know it more and more. Bhagavan Shankaracharya says that in his Bhashya. It is Stutyardham, he says. It is to glorify the importance of the student, importance of the Vidya, and also the teacher. That's why he says, it starts a commentary on this Akshayaka story. So he goes to the heaven, he goes to the hell, and then at that time, Yamaraja is not home. For 3 nights, he stays there without going inside, without taking water or even accepting food. Kindly actually fasts without drinking water. Then 3 days later, Yamaraja comes. Then his ministers and his wives tell him, this Brahmana boy is here for the last 3 days waiting for you. He has not taken water. He has not taken, even he has not eaten anything. So, and then the Yamaraja starts thinking, if a boy or a Brahmin boy, he's like fire. If he's not taken care properly, it will actually very destructive to the family, to the whole lineage. It's because the fire, if it's not properly taken care of, it will burn the house. In the same way, a Brahmana, a good Brahmana boy, who is, if he's neglected, when he comes as a Atithi, as a guest, if you don't take proper care of him, your whole family would pay consequences of that. So that's where we were. Mantra number 8. So now I will chant that again, and then I will take from where we left last week. Excuse me. Asya pratikshe sangatagum sundutam cha istapurte putrapasugumscha sarvan etadvrunte purushasya yasyananasnan vasati brahmano gruhe. I will read again. Asha pratiste sangatagum sundutancha istapurte putrapasugumscha sarvan etadvrunte purushasya yasyanasnan vasati brahmano gruhe. So last week I mentioned Asha. So purushasya alpamedhasaha yasna anasnan brahmanaha vasati gruhe. In the householder's home, where a brahmana stays without eating, what happens? Asha pratikshe will be destroyed. He gives a list of items that are going to be destroyed. Asha means all the hopes of what you expect to get in the future, but you don't know for sure. Sorry, Asha means hope. Pratiksha means what you expect. So you already know it's coming, but you have to wait. So those both will not be fulfilled. Neither hopes will get fulfilled, nor expectations would be fulfilled. Expectations means that with something you know it's happening, like summer is coming, holidays, vacation is coming, like that. That's something. Children, a pregnant lady is going to deliver a healthy baby. All these expectations. You have a date and all that. Whereas Asha is, will I become a scholar or not? You don't know, but I want to be a scholar in some school level. That's Asha. But you have to work for it. It's like that. Sangatagum, all the results of satsanga will also be cleared off. If you don't take care of Brahmin boy properly. And Sundutam, all good advice you have given to people, and because of that you accrued some punya. That is into your account, but that will also be cleared off. Ishta purte. Ishta purte means two separate things. Ishta means the good effects of doing sacrifices, yajnas. Last week I mentioned the list is Agnihotram, Tapas Satyam, Vedanam, Cheva Palanam, Atidhyam, Vaishyadevancha, Istam Abhidhiyate. These are a list of few items. All those accrue punya when you do that, like daily Agnihotram, Tapas, austerities, truthfulness, Vedanam, Cheva Palanam, studying Vedas and teaching Vedas, Atidhyam, taking care of the guests in the past, Vaishyadevancha, taking care of the elements around you. Istamabhidi, all those things, punya accrued because of them will be wiped out. Then Purtam is another. Purtam is social service act, secular activities. They are Vapi Kupa Tatakadi, Devayatanani cha, Annapradhanam Aramam, Purta Ityabhithiyate. Vapi means digging wells. Kupa Tatakadi. They are, Vapi means small ponds. Kupa means well. Tataga means different size ponds. I think Vapi is a bigger, Tataga is medium size. Devayatananicha. If you build temples, punya accrued by that also you're gone. Annapradhanam. All the charities of feeding people. Aramam means when you build some satras, satras means chowdhuries where people stay, pilgrimage centers where people stay, take rest and then move on. Those, all is called purta. These are basically secular social service activities. In the olden days, they are very, very important for a service, social service. And punyas are accumulated because when you go to heaven and all that thing, because people bless you and because when they're happy, and that is all those punyas will be wiped out. Okay, Purte putra basugumsya sarvan. Putra here is children, but then if you already have children, they would have problem in proper prosperity growing up or health issues like that. Pasugum, those days cattle is supposed to be wealth. So now that will be reduced, that will be affected, basically affected. Sarvan. Etad vrunte purushasya Etad vrunte. All these things get vrunte means destroyed. Pretty impressive list. So if you are supposed to take care of a pious people when they come to your house, sattvic people, Brahmana means sattvic people, if you don't take care of them, it has the negative consequences. So the negative consequences are some substantial. Okay. So that's the list. So now here the important thing is something to be aware. Yama, first of all, has recognized this boy is a very pious boy. 8-year-olds, let us say 7 to 9, that age, Kumara. He has never cried. Normally at that age, kids, if you just give him chocolate, he will say, okay, thank you, thank you. And then he'll come in, he will eat. He didn't, he never ate anything. So he has the lakshanas of a sattvic. And also he has very titiksha. Titiksha means perseverance and also forbearance and qualities of a boy who is pure. And for a goal, dharmic fellow, because he didn't want to enter the house without the householder. And he stood by it for 3 nights, 3 days and nights. So Yama realized this boy is a very highly qualified sadhaka. And that's number one. Number two, if you will see, he will further test him for his greatness. Because he already got this guy is a very good potential student to study Brahma Vidya, because he has shown the qualities of perseverance to stick to his value system for 3 nights. Number one. It's not easy, no, for a boy of that age. That's why Stutyardham Bhagavan Shankaracharya, the glorify the teacher as well as the student and the preparedness of the Vidya. Now with this, we go to verse number 9. This is Yamaraja is talking the boy. Triso ratri yadavatsi gruhe me anashyan brahman atithir namasyaha namaste astu brahman swasti me astu tasmat prati trin varan vrunishva. I will read again. त्रिशो रात्रिर्यदवात्सीर्गृहो मे अनस्नन् ब्रह्म न तिथिर्नमस्यः नमस्ते अस्तु ब्रह्म ब्रह्मन् स्वस्ति मे अस्तु तस्मात् प्रति त्रीन् वरान् वृणीष्व. He's asking, yet by what reason, whatever may be the reason, Triso Ratri yet avapsit me gruhe. Yet, whatever may be the reason, you stayed for 3 nights in my house anasnan, without eating. He Brahman atithir namasya. A Brahmana, a Atithi, you are worth salutations. Namaste astu Brahma, swasti me astu. Hey Brahman, namaste. I salute to you. Swasti me astu. May good happen to my family. So he is conscious of his lapse. Now, a question may come, did Emma really lapse because he was out of the town? Technically speaking, if it happens to you or I, we probably say, well, it was a mistake. I was out of town. I'm sorry. You should have come in. We are done. No. Yama did not take like that. It was my lapse. Indirectly, he said, it is my lapse. I want to admit that swasti me astu. May nothing bad happen to me. So, in fact, some good may happen to me and my family. Tasmat prati Trin varan vrunishva. For that lapse, so or omission, in this technical language called omission, commission, omission they call it in Vedic language. For that paschatapa, omission, ask me 3 varas, 3 boons I will give you. For each night, 1 boon you ask. So Emma is actually repenting that because of him, the boy has suffered. The Brahman boy has suffered. Whatever may be the reasons, doesn't matter. I will give him 3 boons. And he told him, ask them. So, what is fascinating about this is, some commentators put ourselves in his shoes, the boy's shoes, and what we ask and what the boy asks, going from here. This conversation starts from here. It is just mind-boggling. The qualifications of this boy, how he thinks, it's unbelievable. That's why the story is fascinating. Some of the stories in Upanishads and some of the questions the Upanishadic students ask, they're so fascinating, and it makes us feel how little we know about life. So anyway, so with that, we'll go to verse number 10. This is now Nachiketa is first boon. Shanta Sankalpa Sumana Yatha Syat Vita Manyur Gautamo Mabhimrityo Tvatprasrustham Mabhi Vadet Pratitaha Etatrayanam Pradhamam Varam Vrune. I'm reading it again. Shanta Sankalpa Sumana Yatha Syat वीतमन्युर्गौतमो माभिमृत्यो तत्प्रसृष्टन्माभिवदेत् प्रतीतः एतत्त्रयाणां प्रथमं वरं वृणे. Excuse me. Etatrayanam pradhamam varam vrune. So, Nachiketa is keeping account. The three varas you told, this is my first boon. Started off like this. Shanta sankalpaha sumana yadhashyat veta manyuhu gautamo ma abhimrutyo. He's calling Yama as, hey Mrutyo. See his guts. Clear. He is very, his conscience is very clear. Hey Mrutyo. He's just calling, hey Mrutyo. 8-year-old boy. Shanta sankalpaha sumana yadhasyat veta manyu gautamo ma abhi. Towards me, ma abhi means towards me, my father should be Shanta Sankalpaha. Okay. But before that, he said, Tat Prasrustam, sent by you. So he's combining many boons in one. Actually combines 5 of them. But in one shot, Mat Tat Prasrustam, sent by you. Ma abhivadet pratitaha. My father should say, pratitaha, having recognized me. In other words, he should not think I'm a ghost and then be scared. So that is second word. Second, sent by you, pratitaha, means having recognized me. Shanta sankalpaha, now he should become very peaceful. He should not be angry with me that I came back. Sumana, and very satisfied. Yathasyat, as he was before. And also Vita Manyuhu, without any anger towards me. He Mrutyo. So basically he said 5. Number 1, Santa Sankalpaha Gautamaha. Without any disturbed mind. Sumanaha, very happy, peace. Vita Manyuhu, without any anger. Tvat Prasrustaha Pratitaha. Sent by you, unrecognized, Yathasyat, as before. So first he talked about his father and his family. So how thinking also goes. First he took his father's and he said, when I go back, my father should not be upset with me. Not only that, he should recognize me. Not only that, he should be very peaceful and he should be happy. And before all of that, I am sent by you back. All of this, one vara, one boon. So Yamadharmaraja did not bother. See, this is all material things. See, now in the big picture of the spirituality, this is nothing, peanuts. Just for an emperor to give you vegetables, if you ask him vegetables, yeah, you want more vegetables? How much more vegetables do you want? Oh, you want some more, baingan? Like that, they will ask you. The same thing. So he lumped 5 of them. No big deal. Because this is small worldly things, objective things. No big deal. So Yama actually did not resist. In fact, he must be amused with the boy's request. So he says, so actually, a couple of things we need to think about this. If you have responsibility towards your family also. No doubt spirituality is important, but you have responsibility to family and society. Okay. And then the first question is basically to fulfill and make his family situation is proper. And that shows his maturity, because he is now going back to earth. Now, normally in situations when people return, the people get scared because you died. You're not supposed to come back. And that would create, anxiety and also different type of disturbance in mind. So he's conscious of that. So he just wanted to make sure, yathasyat, as my father in the past, he should also be the same way when I go back, as if nothing happened. That's number one. Number two, he's also thinking, my father has sent me as a dakshina. So technically, I should not return. So his father is also man of values, virtues. He's the Agnihotri. Purakanda, in Vedic Puramimamsa, Purabhaga. So, but in this particular context, he's aware of that also. So, Vetamanyuhu, he should not have any anger. That's why he put everything together. And before that, Tvat Prasustaha, sent by you. So he also wants to make sure he is sent back properly. So all these things he lumped very, very intelligently. So verse number 11, we'll take it now. Now Emma is talking. Yadha purastad bhavita pratitaha audhalaki rarunir mat prasustha sukham ratrihi Seitavita manyuhu tvam dadrush shivan mrutyurmukhat pramuktam. I will chant again. Yatha purastad bhavita pratitaha audhalaki rarunirmat prasustha sukham ratrihi Seitavita manyuhu tvam dadrushivan mrutyumukhat pramuktam. Now here, Yama literally answers, boons every one of them, he answers and gives them as gift. So, Yatha purastad bhavita pratitaha. Just like before, Yada Syat, he said in the request, Yatha purastad, just like before, Pratitaha, he will recognize you. Yatha purastad bhavita, in the same way, he will recognize you when you go there. Number one. And he said, who? Audhalaki Aruni. His name, Vajasravasa, in this, Vajasravasa is the name of Nachiketa's father. The first sloka, first mantra we know. The previous mantra is called Gautama. Maybe it is his Gotra. This is common in Sanskrit. In scriptures, they use different. By the name of his Gotra, they sometimes they address. Here, they also address Audhalaki Aruni. His name is also Audhalaka and Aruni. Some people say Aruni is his father-in-law's name. Aruna, his father-in-law's name. And he got Aruni because his wife did not have brothers. When the wife did not have brothers, the Aruni Rishi has made a deal. You have to take care of all my final rites. When I pass, you have to do my final rites. And also you have to do annual ceremonies for me. And that's how, with that condition, I give my wife to you, my daughter to you, sorry. a daughter to you. That's why Aruni becomes Aruni. That is like a son. Audhalaka, another name. So it is also considered to be his father Gautama's name. And then Uddhalaka. Apatyardha, Uddhalaka's son becomes Audhalaka. Like Sunaka's son becomes Saunaka in the same way. So I read a story in one of the commentaries that his name Audhalaka came in a different reason also. So we just know Vajasrava, the way Audhalaka it came is somebody was telling this, and I do not have a proof. Shankaracharya does not write that. Now the Pashas I have, it is the author writes that when he was young, Vajasravasa was in those days, people would the teachers would have they take the students and go to the fields, and then they used to take care of the cows, and then sometimes they used to feed water to the fields and all that. So once his guru fed water to the fields, and there was a hole through which the water was running away. So he told Vajasravasa, you please stop the water. Apparently, Vajasravasa felt his hands were too small. So he actually lied down and put his head against it and stopped the water until his guru had time to close it off. And apparently the meaning Uddhalaka means the one who stopped water. So this is, I'm not an expert in this, but this is what I read, and it sounded very interesting to me. So I thought I will share that. So Uddhalaka. So these people are really great people. It's not. So see, at least it makes a point. These people are great people. They're good, quick thinkers. They have surrender. And he's born into such a great saint. The great, Nachiketa is born into such a great person. So Gautama is also a great Maharshi. Nyaya Shastra, wrote sutras for Nyaya Shastra. So Mats Prasustaha. Earlier in the mantra number 10, Vat Prasustaha Hiva, use the word sent by you. Here, Yamaraja is saying, Mat Prasustaha, sent by me. So he agreed that. So literally for every one of the desires, he is giving the answer. Sukham Ratrihi Sayata. He would sleep very well every night. What does it mean? He will be very peaceful, happy. Earlier, Shanta Sankalpaha, for that is kind of answer this one. Vita Manyuhu, without anger. So he one by one, practically, he gave every one of them just the way he asked. Literally, he gave them. He said, Yatha Purastha, just like before, Pratitaha, recognize just like before, Mat Prasustaha, instead of Tvat Prasustaha, Vita Manyuhu, same as before. Sukham Ratri Shaita, I will sleep with peaceful mind. All of them, he gave them in one mantra. Okay. Now, mantra number 12. So mantra, boon number 1 is done now. Okay. It is lumped into five desires, but all of them are given. Okay. Now, mantra number 12. Swarge loke na bhayam kinchanasti na tatratvam na jaraya bibheti ubheti tva shayana pisapipase sokadiko modate swargaloke. I am reading it again. Swarge loke na bhayam kinchanasti na tatratvam na jaraya bibheti Ubhe tirtva ashanaya pipase शोकादिको मोदते स्वर्गलोके. Here Nachiketa is giving his introduction to his boon number two. He would not directly ask, he would give a little bit of introduction. The introduction is Swarge Loke, in heaven, Nabhayam Kincha Nasti. There is no fear. Kincha, a little bit also, no fear. Why? There's small humor here. Natatratvam, you are not there. Small humor. Natatratvam, because Yamaraja is the one who punishes with death. Not Jaraya Bibheti. Not even they are worried about the old age. See, what is the biggest problem for us is old age and death. And fear. Fear of death. Bhayam means fear. Death. Ubhe tirtva ashana ya pipase. Ashanaya pipase. Ubhe tirtva. Ashanaya means hunger. Pipasa means thirst. Ubhe tirtva. Neither of them are there. They are beyond them in Swargaloka. Sokadigo modate Swargaloke. They are beyond these sorrows. Being beyond these, Sokadigo modate, they enjoy in heaven. So this introduction has some beautiful points in this. Some of the commentators really write beautifully. Here it says, Swargaloke nabhayam kincha nasti, natatra tvayam na jaraya bibheti. Fear of death and old age is for body. So common problem. Old age and death. Death is fear, and old age is obviously unhealthy situation. You don't know, uncertainty is there. That is also fear. That is related to the body. So in the introduction itself, how beautifully he is telling it. Ashanaya apipasa. Pipasa. Ashanaya pipasa. Ashanaya pipasa. Ashanaya pipase. Now, thirst and hunger are considered to be vital body. It's as a result of pranic body. So the prana becomes weak if you don't have food and also if you don't have water. So pranic body, so we have five layers of existence are there. First is Sola Sarira, the Prana Sarira is there. Sukshma Sarira, part of Sukshma Sarira is different classification. Prana Sarira is there. So Ubhe Tirtha, so Sokadigo Modate Swargaloke. Soka, Sukha and Dukkha, they are mental. So basically physical, Stula Sarira, Prana, and then mind. Mind include intellect also. Okay, happiness and all. These are not there in the heaven. Of course, you are not there also. That is also he mentioned quietly. So Swargaloka is obviously a desirable place. So he's giving introduction. He's setting up for the actual next Vara. He's setting up for the Vara. So he's giving introduction. In Swargaloka, people enjoy life without fear, without fear of old age. And also they don't have thirst and hunger. And also they're very happy. Yama obviously must have nodded, yes, yes. He made to talk, say, yeah, yeah, must have nodded, yes, yes, yes. Okay, now I'm going to ask my second boon. Etad dvitiyena vrune varena. Let us go to verse mantra number 13. 1 3. Ready? Yes. Sattva Sattvamagnigam Swargamadheshi Mrityo Prabruhitam Sraddhadhana Yamahyam Swargaloka Amrutatvam Bhajanta Etadvitiyena Vrune Varena. Number again, I will read again. Sattvamagnigum Swargamadheshi Mrityo Prabruhitam Sraddhadhana Yamahyam Swargaloka Amrutatvam Bhajanta Etadvitiyena Vrune Varena. So, Hey Mrutyo, again is addressing Oh Mrutyo. Tvam Agnigum Swargyam Adhyeshi. Tvam Adhyeshi. That particular ritual, Vedic ritual, Swargyam, that takes people to Swarga. Adheshi, you please teach me. Babruhi, you teach me. That Adheshi means that you know. What you know, that particular ritual which takes people to Swarga, that you know. Prabruhi, please teach me. Why? Shraddhadhanaya mahyam tam. Because I have Shraddha. Shraddhadhanaya. So I will learn from you with complete attention and use it properly. Such person, Shraddha, you please. Shraddha is not faith. A lot of people mistranslate it as faith. Shraddha is essentially Shastra and Guru Vakyeshu Vishwasa. Bhagavan Shankaracharya defines in Tattva Bodha. Guru Vakya and Shastra, you take it as Pramana. And then you follow. Pramana means it's not that something you got to obey as ultimate. Because they're both meant for your long-term good. Shreyas, it's called. It will come in second Valli. Shreyas and Prayas. Prayas is short-term. Shreyas is long-term. So, Shraddha, because I have Shraddha, because I will follow what you say, and I also know you're a good teacher, and also you follow Shastra. Shastra means injunctions by Maharshis, Rishis. That is Shastra, Shasanat Shastra. That which dictates you, you do this, you should do this, you should not do that. That is Shastra, Shasanat Shastra. Shasana means dictation. What is right and what is not. It will teach you in clearly language. Then Guru teaches that. So both of them, Shastra and Guru Vakyeshu, Vishwasa, Shraddha. That is called Shraddha. So basically he's telling him, I have Shraddha. And I know you have that ritual which takes people to Swarga, Swargyam. You know, I know you know that. So you teach me because I am deserving student. What do the people in the Swargaloka do? Swargalokaha amrutatvam bhajante. That Swargaloka where people enjoy or drink, consume, or have availability or access to Amrutam. Amrutatvam. Amrutatvam means eternal living. Here commentators say this is, let me complete this. This Amrutatvam is not eternal. Amrutatvam literally means eternal. Amruta, that which will never die. That's the meaning. But that is correct in this context. It is relatively immortal because it is something you get. Whatever you get, you don't already have it. See, it cannot be Amrutatvam. If it is eternal, it has to be true all the time. Otherwise, it's not eternal. If somebody says you go to eternal heaven in future, he is kidding to you. He is telling you a lie. He is not including the present. How will it be eternal if you don't include the present? How did it become eternal? So commentators, what they call the Mimamsa, they analyze the context and then they also tell you this is not true Amrutatva. Eternality is now included. And now is the only eternal thing because it's beyond time. So commentators take this point very seriously. Because if it is moksha, it has to be now. Otherwise, it is sapekshika. It is relative only. It is possible. Mundaka Upanishad also says they give good benefits. Karmakanda gives you good benefits. But it is only relative to infinite presence, awareness, attaining that that is only sensuous and give you certain degree of happiness for a long time. That maybe it is relative. So we live 100 years, but in heaven they might live thousands and thousands and thousands. Then till the end of the creation also they may live. But still they will come back because they have not realized what we really are. So in heavens there are various gradations. But eternal heaven is only means now and before and after. Only thing is you may not know you are that. Once you correct that mistake, then you realize you are always been free. You just did not know that. That's the only difference. So this Amrutatvam, commentators very clearly say by Purva Mimamsa. Mimamsa means analysis. This is because it is being given as something you get as a result of an action which is limited in time and space. You only get something limited in time and space. Something you can conceive is something you can unconceive also. So it's a product of time and space. So this Amrutatvam is not actually a infinite presence. Satchit Ananda Swarupa. That is beyond time and space, because once Satchit Ananda, from there even Hiranyagarbha comes. We went to the Mundaka Upanishad, we saw that. So the differentiation comes only after Satchit exists in the background. In the background, whatever you call it Shiva, Narayana, Durga, Mother, Savitri, whatever you can call it, that is the background. And that background is always there on which movie is projected, where we are all characters. Swarga is also a situation in there. So Vastu, Paristhiti, they're all like character, imaginations, projections. Vyakti, Vastu, Vyakti, all the three of them. They are only projections within consciousness. And they also borrowed existence, not true existence, just like a movie on the screen. So this Amrutatvam is not absolute reality. It is only relative reality. It's not a transcendental state of existence. It is existence conditional to certain rituals and certain parameters. And it gives you certain degree of punya, which takes you to certain degree, certain type of heaven. Granted. Upanishad also grants it. So some people wonder, then why is Upanishad teaching this? They don't glorify that. It will, as you go further, it will learn. Upanishads also, in Mundaka Upanishad also we saw that. They say Purva Mimamsa is not wrong. Vedic Purva Bhaga is not wrong. But they say that's not the goal. What you get in future is not eternal. Okay, so that is the difference. So the stuti is only, at the end of the day, you will see that stuti is only for liberation while alive. In fact, that will be the third question. He's playing his cards very carefully. Nachiketa is playing his cards very carefully. He is now asking for Svargaloka, which can be available to all the people in the whole world. Yetad vitiyena vrune varena. I am asking you as a boon that kind of a Svarga, which is relatively forever, which you know, you teach me that. So this guy is stepping up. He knows. Yama also knows. But he's also giving him a chance because he is Mahatmas wait for good students also. Okay. So ask. It will give a. So now basically imagine this condition of this kid. He is asking for eternal heaven, which you know, you teach me that. Then before that, he already asked, send me to earth. So what will you do? He will teach everybody. This guy already has a goal. Not only his family, but the whole world he wants to take with him. Like Avatara. See, Bhagavan is Swami, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa used to say, what is the difference between Avatara and a saint? Saint is somebody who helps people around him. But Avatara is like a ship. He takes the whole world with him. He takes the whole, uncountable number of people will help. So this guy is more like an avatar. Okay? He just, so he's now asking a question. First, in the previous mantra, he said, I heard in heaven there is no fear of death because you are not there. And there is no old age. And then people enjoy all the time because they have amrutam, nectar available to them all the time. Then he set up first. And obviously, Yamaraja says, yeah. Now he says, I also know that you know that there is a yajna, which when done, we get that, where amrutam is always available. So you teach me that. So this is unbelievable. So the teaching yajna, it involves a lot of steps. How to kindle fire, how many bricks have to be arranged, in what shape, what mantras have to be chanted for each brick, for each fire, and how to conduct it. It's a very elaborate process. This guy, he wants me, because I'm a qualified student, you teach me that. So Yama obviously has to oblige. So next mantra, he will actually teach that. So we'll just stop it here today. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.